Coming to you from the unpredictable multiplayer universe, this Spartan Life, with your host, Damien Lasadamian.
You totally missed me. Targeting sucks. Welcome to the Spartan Life. We are the talk show in game space. And this is our last webisode before the Video Game Awards, which you can see on December 13th on Spike TV. Normally on this Spartan Life we drop non-gamers into our world, but these 5 webisodes were a nice chance for us to talk to people from game culture and the games industry. Can I get a perimeter here? So, we have a very interesting guest today, but first allow me to introduce DJ Octobit, spinning the best 8-bit music from chiptune artists around the world. As the producer of Splinter Cell Double Agent, Julian Gerighty holds the responsibility of keeping fans flocking back to this massively popular series. Judging by reviews and our own research into the game, he's doing pretty well. We met up with him on Xbox Live to talk a bit about Splinter Cell. Hey Julian, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me, Damon.
Splinter Cell is a popular series with a dedicated fan base, so when you change things around a bit in Double Agent, you must have known you were taking some chances. Can you tell us what you did differently this time and how you ensured that fans would get what they want from a Splinter Cell game?
For me, the chances that we took, for example, the gameplay mechanics, messing a little with those and having this dual objective system, this trust system at the terrorist HQ levels that are completely different, to bring Sam Fisher into daylight instead of just being in the dark all the time. All of these were not only challenges technically or gameplay-wise, but they're marketing challenges too. When people are completely used to a franchise and changing that around, you're bound to upset some people and make some people happy. At the end of the day, it's good for the whole series and it keeps everything fresh for everyone, so it's necessary.
Not much cover-up here. In Double Agent, the idea of trust is really important in moving the player through the narrative. How did that become the aspect you focused on in the gameplay for this title?
For Splinter Cell 4, what we wanted to do was to do something story-wise that was really different. So what we did for about 3 months was to absorb a lot of things in popular culture, lots of movies, lots of TV series, books, everything from James Bond to Alias to 24 to Hong Kong movies. So one of the films that influenced us the most was a Hong Kong movie called Infernal Affairs. Now, you may not have heard this, but it's just been remade in the States by Martin Scorsese as The Departed. And that was the point, where we said, you know what, we've got to take Sam Fisher undercover within a terrorist cell.
And I've read that you also looked at the testimony of double agents and even worked with one in writing the story?
Yeah, the writers that we found included an ex-Mossad agent, so an ex-double agent himself, and a Hollywood scriptwriter. And from there, we started thinking, okay, how can we adapt this in terms of gameplay?
Right. How do you work this kind of real-life experience into the mechanics of a game?
One, doing the trust system, so getting trust levels for every single objective that would modify the way the game was played. We worked on choice moments, moral choices. What would you do if you were asked to kill one person to save 3,000 people down the line? We wanted to make people think a little bit.
Let's see if it's any quieter outside. Look out. We're talking about films versus games, but one way in which they're different is development time. Producing a game is something like shooting several feature films. So how do you keep your team focused through all that?
You're absolutely right. Comparing it to movie production, for video games, the pre-production is much shorter than a movie, but the actual production is 10 times as much time taken. So to keep tracks of things, you have to do daily meetings. You have to have everything organized to the millimeter for it to actually pan out and to make sense. So it's a real challenge, because with the next-gen machine and high def, everything takes much, much longer. Art asset production is very, very long indeed now. The amount of detail that you have to prepare has just been multiplied by 2 to 4.
And the team required to do all this must be quite huge.
Over all the formats, so PS2, Xbox, GameCube, Wii included, we have offices in 3 different continents, over 300 people working, and the entire project took 3 years. So it's a big investment professionally and personally, too.
All right, well, Double Agent has several nominations in the Video Game Awards, including Best Multiplayer Game. Good luck with that, Julian. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I hope to be coming home with some awards.
Oh, damn, they found us. Yikes, we're cornered. That's all from this Spartan Life. Don't forget to check out the Video Game Awards on December 13th on Spike TV.